My ex-husband hid his family fortune until his mother invited me home for Thanksgiving. I never expected to become a millionaire at my ex-husband's family Thanksgiving dinner, but life has a twisted sense of humor. 2 years after our divorce, I was still drowning in student debt while working 2 jobs. Meanwhile, Jason had somehow found his calling at a prestigious architecture firm in Boston Pern, the same city where we'd struggled to make rent during our 5-year marriage when we were together. Jason had always insisted we were middle class like everyone else. We clipped coupons, bought generic brands, and I postponed having children because we couldn't afford it yet. His parents lived in a modest house in Vermont, drove older cars, and seemed equally frugal. The divorce wasn't my idea after I miscarried our first baby at 7 months pregnant. Something in Jason changed. He became distant, then cruel, then absent. 6 months later, he asked for a divorce, claiming he never really wanted children anyway, and that my grief was bringing him down. I was still healing physically and emotionally when I signed the papers, too broken to fight for anything. We split what little we had, and I moved back to my hometown to rebuild my life. Then last week, I received a surprising call from Jason's mother, Eleanor. "Thanksgiving is next week, and we'd love to have you join us," she said warmly. "T, here is something you should know about Jason." I almost declined, but curiosity won. When I arrived at their Vermont address, I realized I'd never actually been to their home before. Parental Jason had always insisted we meet his parents at restaurants or they visited us. I pulled up to a massive colonial estate with manicured grounds and a private gate. A housekeeper answered the door. Inside, Eleanor hugged me tightly. "I wanted to do this for years, but Robert wouldn't allow it," she whispered. "He died last month, and now I can finally make things right." She led me to Robert's study, where she unlocked a hidden wall safe and pulled out documents, parent trust funds, property deeds, investment portfolios. The Henderson family wasn't middle class. They were worth over $75 million. Jason is our only child, Eleanor explained, handshaking. He receives a monthly allowance of $40,000 parent has since college. The firm he works for, his father owns it. That small inheritance he mentioned during your marriage was $2 million when he turned 25. My mind raced through memories. Jason insisting we couldn't afford a better apartment while I worked overtime. Him reluctantly accepting my decision to delay having children because of finances. The time I sold my grandmother's ring to pay for his car repair. "Why are you telling me this now?" I asked, stunned. Eleanor slid a folder across the desk. "Because of this, Robert made Jason sign a prenuptial agreement without telling you. If you ever discovered the family wealth during your marriage, Jason would be cut off completely." I flipped through pages of legal jargon until I saw it parent a special clause. In the event of divorce where the spouse remains unaware of family holdings, 30% of the heir's trust becomes irrevocably transferred to said spouse upon discovery. "Jason thought he was clever, hiding everything from you," Eleanor said, her eyes hardening. "But he didn't read the fine print. Robert added that clause because he believed anyone who would lie to their spouse about money didn't deserve to control it." Just then, the front door opened. Jason's voice echoed through the hall. "Mom, what's with the extra car?" He froze when he saw me sitting in his father's chair, documents spread across the desk. "You invited her, Q," he hissed at his mother. Eleanor stood tall. "Your father protected you your entire life, Jason. He also protected those who might be hurt by you." This was his final lesson. As Jason's face contorted with rage, Eleanor handed me a business card. "This is our family attorney. He's expecting your call tomorrow. Your portion comes to approximately $12 million. That night, as I drove back to my rented apartment, I thought about all the nights I'd lain awake worrying about money while married to a secret millionaire, about the baby we'd lost, and the future family I'd postponed because of fictional financial struggles. Jason has called 17 times since Thanksgiving. I haven't answered. Instead, I am meeting with financial advisors next week. The first thing on my list, a foundation for women rebuilding their lives after loss and divorce. Sometimes justice arrives late, but when it does, it comes with interest.